And so, a good evening from Tokyo Station, which is nicely lit up with the skyline in the background. There's not too much light on me, but I don't think it should be a problem right now. I mean, I hope so. Yeah, today we're gonna take our first train trip on this channel and in the Japan journey in general. But for the channel, it's the first time. I've taken mini train trips before. I mean, it's kind of obvious I like to travel. It's a really exciting train trip. It's an overnight train trip. Only well, it's the last train remaining in Japan, but it splits in two, so it's debatable whether it's the last one or the second to last one. I'll call it the last one because in the end, it's one train. Um, yeah, it's an overnight train, and we'll see what it's like. Let's get to the platforms. And on the floor, you can already see a hint on which train we're going to be taking today. It's a trip I've been really looking forward to for about 1 month now because you have to book it really quickly. More on that a bit later in the video. But first things first, let's get on board. Alright, so I now arrived in the cabin, which is unfortunately pretty tiny. I'll show you around in just a second. I'll put it on screen somewhere because you could choose between a single and a solo, but it was like explained not at all on JR West's website, and you can only book it on JR West, so that's unfortunate. It's really hot in this train, like it's boiling hot. There's an air vent right here. I already put it on like on and towards me, but there's like nothing happening on that side. Then you've got some coat hooks there, a little itty bitty something table mini itty to put something on there, which is like okay. Then you got the sun blind or generally just the blind, which is blackout dark. Normally on trains it's not the case. Even on European night trains it's not the case. Then you're provided with a pajama set, a pillow, which feels pretty nice, and some duvets and a blanket. Yeah, then the thing is I gotta put my backpack here because there's no luggage space. Like up there you see there's nothing there, and below you only have space for some shoes, another mattress, and that's it. You have a power socket there, and you got a little control panel with an SOS. You can change the lights one by one. You have a radio setting, which I don't think anyone uses anymore, and an alarm clock, which you can turn on if you need it. I put this back up, and then you got a light up there, fire alarm, and that's it regarding the room. I mean, it's basic, but it's enough. You mainly sleep anyway. So yeah. And now the train conductor just quickly came around to check tickets, and there's something to watch out for if you're planning to ride on this train because in my case I needed two tickets because this train is presumably I think it's pretty obvious you need a reservation for this train. But also I have a JR pass, which is a pass which grants you unlimited travel on all JR lines. So for example the commuter lines and Shinkansen you can travel unlimited on. If they don't require a reservation, you can just hop on. If they require a reservation, you have to make it online or at the vending machine, and it costs nothing, but it just needs to be done. So this is the JR pass, and this is the reservation because this train is classified as a limited express, and you need those two. If you do not have this reservation for this train and you bought this train, you cannot ride it because it's always full. Like I booked it, and after 15 minutes, it was fully booked. 1 month before, and even if there's space, you just have to pay the full fare flat out, basic fare plus reservation. So it's gonna be expensive as hell if you make the mistake and don't have the right tickets or tickets to board this train. Alright, so just before we left, I just went to the station shop and just got me some quick bites to eat, some snacks, because there's no restaurant car on this train. So I got myself something to drink, a custard bun of some sort, and tuna rice bowl, which is gonna be the snack for tonight. And yeah, this train terminated Izumo at around 10 a.m. tomorrow. The Takamatsu train is very much shorter. It terminates already at 6:28 a.m. So yeah, around 6 a.m., 6:30, we're gonna split up at Okayama Station, and yeah, so the Takamatsu part is in front of us. It will go down to Takamatsu, and then shortly after we will move on to Izumo. We'll see what it's like. We just departed Tokyo, and now we got 12 hours to go. So I just tried playing around with it's not a thermostat, but with the AC a bit, and I just can't feel anything. No. So I think gonna call the train attendant and to see whether I'm just too dumb to do that, or if it's really not working. Because if it wouldn't be working, it would be a bummer because it's boiling hot in here. I'm sweating my arse off, and not only in my room, it's like in the hallway. It's really hot in this train. So we have now left Tokyo entirely. I now left my door from the cabin open, and I'm just here where the doors are, simply because it has gotten a lot colder in the hallway because we stopped at a few stations and the doors were open for quite a bit, so it helped with airflow. So I'm just gonna air it a bit this way because I tried everything. I even tried to attendant. He said the way I did it was the only way, or is the only way to make it cooler in the cabin, and it just stays boiling hot. Like it's unbearable, as I said before. I think this is really something that can make or break this trip because I'm a person who needs a cold cabin when they sleep. I like it cold. So yeah, this is something which can make or break my trip personally. We'll see how it goes. I'm also getting somewhat tired now, so I hope it gets cooler soon. If not, it's gonna be a rough night for me at least. But yeah, there's also the option I saw to purchase shower cards if you need or want to take a shower. I think I'll probably take one in the morning. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I was correct when I said that there is no food car in this train, so you cannot buy food on this train. You have to take something with you or deal with it that you don't have food. But however, there's a vending machine. So if you got some spare change, then you can get something to drink. And which is pretty interesting, you cannot pay by card or IC card at this vending machine, which for Japan is weird, I would say, because every machine has that functionality. So yeah, I guess in this train is still cash is king. You have a little dining area there where the people are sitting and I want to film the people, um, where you can eat your broad food. You can eat it in your room, but you shouldn't. So when I'm gonna eat, I'm also gonna eat here. So yeah, that's that. And then you got the shower here. So if you have your shower card, you just can go through this door and take a shower. And when I take the shower in the morning, then we're gonna see what that's like. And now, so I'm one car further down. So I am in Tenet now. I'm in car 11. And here you have typical for Japanese trains, whether it's like a limited express like this one is, or a Shinkansen. You have like sink areas just to wash your hands, with a little curtain. So that's typical Japanese, which is also typical Japanese, which I personally really do not like, is the fact that you have smoking cars. And just by the smell of it, I can now know that I'm in a smoking car because here it may say that you're not allowed to smoke, but the scent reeks through this door, And this is a smoking car. You can clearly smell it. I personally am against all things related to smoking, whether it's vaping, smoking like just weed or anything. I hate it personally. So you can pay me to sit in a seat or in a car where people are smoking, let alone for a whole night. So yeah, that's a no-go for me. And that's also why it's pretty difficult to book this train if you're a non-smoker, because just to clarify those things a bit, you can book this train 1 month in advance. Only 1 month in advance, like with everything in Japan, it's 1 month in advance. And yeah, I'm just gonna tell you more details about why this train is difficult to book, for non-smokers at least, or generally difficult. I'll see you in the room in just a second. So yeah, why this train is pretty complicated to book, apart from the fact that if you're using a Japan Rail Pass, you need 2 tickets, is that every ticket sale in Japan, sometimes even shorter, opens 1 month in advance. You have 2 categories to choose from: smoking car, non-smoking car. And now the thing is, if you want a non-smoking car, which are more popular, you have to be really quick, because for now, I plan to ride this on the 19th of January when I'm currently filming from Tokyo to Izumo. And the second leg, or not the second leg, but the second part of this train to have written all the routes from Tokyo to Takamatsu, I plan to ride on the 23rd, but I now have to ride on the 26th because when I chose to do the booking, only smoking cars were available. So, on top of the fact that you can book this train only 1 month in advance, you have to book it quickly. And if you're a non smoker, you have to be really lucky if you have a tight window in Japan. So, yeah, better plan your Japan holiday. If you really wanted to ride this train, I think I would easily recommend book this train first, then plan the rest of your holiday, because if not, everything is going to be thrown around like with almost 100% guarantee. Because if you set yourself out to book it, I don't know, on the 20th of March, and you stay awake 1 month before, if you're not in Japan, to book it at the right time, then it's still not a guarantee, because depending on how fast your internet is, how fast you connect to the servers, and so on, it just can be sold out. So that's one thing to really keep in mind when you want to ride this train or when you want to book this train. And with that, a very good morning from northwest Japan. I just slept for 8 hours straight because I have some good news. Because in the middle of the night, I don't know when, the AC started working, and now we have no light, and now we have light. So in the middle of the night, the AC started working again, and now it's really powerful. I turned it off now because it's so cold, but I don't know if you can hear it. It's like really blasting air now. I mean, I like it cold, so not to worry about that. So because of that, I had a really good night's sleep. And what I love about night trains, that's why I rode so many night trains in Europe, from southern Italy all the way to Narvik in northern Norway, and from the UK, from Scotland all the way to the Russian border in Estonia. It's just the fact that, it's a train. You just get rocked into the sleep calmly, and when you wake up, you just eat something while the scenery passes by, and I just really like night trains for, and that's one of the main reasons why. We got about 2 hours left. It's 8 a.m. now. We arrive at 10, and then we are at Izumo, and yeah, we'll see what it's like. I think I'll take a shower soon. Although I had a cold night, I still want to feel fresh, so I'll take a shower soon enough, and then we'll see what the showers look like. So yeah, would you look at that? I just went and tried to take a shower, because you have to purchase the shower cards from the vending machine, and I just was at the vending machine, but it's sold out. What I am wondering is why aren't the shower cards apparently multi-use? I mean, isn't it just a card which grants you access to the shower? Should be logical. But the train attendant told me they're sold out, so maybe because he didn't really speak well English, so maybe he was either saying that or that it's too late to take a shower, but it's still almost 2 hours until departure, until arrival. So I would highly doubt the second one. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm just back in my cabin now. Gonna enjoy the ride. Yeah, and I'm just gonna take a shower, or at least a head wash then at the sink, and a shower when I'm back in my hotel this evening. So then this is it. Just arrived in very rainy Izumo, or as the station is called, Izumoshi. I still don't know which one is definitely correct. In front of the station building, you got a nice map. I'm just gonna have a wander around the city before I got in my limited express to Okayama, because I'm going to Hiroshima now to have a look and just do some sightseeing. And yeah, that was the trip. I hope you liked it. And I hope you subscribe for the next trip. And also when I take the Sunrise Seto, which goes to Takamatsu. Then I've written both trains, and we have a comparison. If the single room or the solo room, which I had today, was the solo room, is better. Predictably, it's going to be the single room, but yeah. Subscribe and leave a like and comment if you want to see something else. And yeah, see you next week.